Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. This Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remastered video is the 10th part of the complete walkthrough, and we will be going to an optional dungeon full of powerful enemies, good loot, and the first 2 new summons we can get for Rydia. First things first, let's head back to the Dwarven Castle and speak to the king. You'll get an item to continue on with the main quest. Head down and left down the stairs to access the inn, and then head down the stairs at the top right corner. Go through the door and you will see Sid in bed. Talk to him for your airship to be able to fly over lava. Exit the castle and enter your airship. Head to the continent that's on the bottom left of your location and enter the town. You can buy new weapons and armor, buy another Asura for Edge and a chain whip for Rydia, and if you got the money, buy the diamond stuff for Cecil and Kane, and a gold hairpin for Rydia. Head to the top left house, and this has 4 chests and 2 hidden items. One in the right hand side on the middle row of pots, and the second in the bottom left pot, and that's all the stuff you can get in this town. Exit the town and enter your airship. Head to the small island that's in the top left of the continent that you are on, and enter the cave. Your party needs to be roughly level 40. Edge always is the weakest as the enemies are tough, and one set of enemies is the toughest you have faced so far. You can always grind, or come back to this location in video if you feel powerful enough. The first thing you should do in this cave, and every time you enter a new floor, is to cast Float, which you do it in the menu, as most of the terrain is lava, and unlike previous Final Fantasy games, it won't be 1 HP for every step, it's 100 HP, and you won't survive. A new enemy you can face is Arachne, and another handy thing being under the float spell is it will constantly attack with Earthquake, a damaging spell to your whole party, but it won't damage you if you are floating, and it does no other attacks, so when you face these, use the opportunity to get some free prey spells from Rosa. Head to the top right of the floor for a chest, and then head left into the wall for another chest. A new enemy you face is the Summoner, and like the security eye will summon a random enemy until defeated. Most of the enemies summoned are enemies from this dungeon. Luckily I just got a goblin on a back attack. Also, these will summon thunder dragons, which you will need for the bestiary. Head to the first chest and then straight down for a chest. Then head left, up and left to the exit to the next floor. Follow the path and head right at the split for a chest. A new enemy that you can face is an enemy that a summoner will summon, and possibly you can face them normally, but I never did, is King Nagas. They are fairly weak enemies. Head up at the previous split, and then left at the next split for a chest, then right at the previous split to reach the next floor. Two new enemies you can face, and they always come together, and they are tough as they hit hard and can damage your team so much before you can get some offense and heals in. You have warriors. They hit hard and have a high defense, and you have mini satanas, who in floor 3 will have 4 of them, and they will constantly hit you, so your HP is going down constantly. You will want to do Curaga with Rosa every round, For me, Edge always gets KO'd. You can either use Bio with Rydia and take them all on one at a time, or I prefer to use Titan to damage all enemies. But Mini Santanas will counter every attack with Confuse, so all of them will cast Confuse, but you can just ignore it, as it won't be long before the confused allies get hit, and you can carry on. Use Jump Always with Kayn, and 2 Titans will finish all of the enemies left. Follow the linear path and pick up the chest. A new enemy you can face is Bloody Eyes, and they will use Blood Feast and Drain. Sometimes they will use Death, but they are not too tough enemies to defeat. Head right for a chest, and then head into the wall for a secret passage, and follow it down and left, and you will see 3 chests to the right. Equip the new ninja sword to Edge. A new enemy you can face are stronger versions of gargoyles. Use your best attacks and you will take them down quickly. Backtrack through the secret passage and head up this time. Then, make sure you are fully healed before you open the chest, which is the last chest in the dungeon, as you will have to face 5 warriors. Heal and use Titan to take them out. At level 33, Edge will learn Smoke. This ability makes escaping enemies easier. At level 39, Rydia learns the more powerful Ice Magic spell. Head down and left in the wall for a secret passage and take the trapdoor to the Land of Summons. Head to the top left to get a chest, and then follow around clockwise and pick up 3 more chests. Head up to a secret entrance in the corner and get the 4 chests. Equip the new bow and arrow on Rosa. Exit the room and head up to the entrance to the next floor. Then go back up to grab the chest which contains a key item called Rat's Tail, an item that appeared in the original Final Fantasy, and then go back through the exit again. Buy some new weapons and armor for your characters. Get a Blitz Whip for Rydia and only buy 1 Kotsu, not 2. And buy 2 Aegis Seals for Kain and Cecil and a light robe for Rosa. Exit the shop and head to the top left house and get the 2 chests. That's the last 2 chests in the Land of Summons. There is 2 items to get, but we can't get them until later on. Then head down to the house with the chocobo in front of it. Head down the stairs on the left and through the trapdoor to the next floor. And for a boss fight, speak to the woman on the right and answer yes. first thing you need to do is to cast Reflect on Asura with Rosa, as she will constantly heal herself, and this will stop it and heal some of your characters. Depending on how strong you are, keep an eye on when she heals, as you might have, as I did, have to cast Reflect again when it runs out. Then, as Rosa, constantly heal every round. Attack with Cecil, jump with Kain, and I would wait until Kain comes back down to trigger any heals from Rosa. Use Titan with Rydia, as most spells will bounce off to you. Also, every time you attack, she will counter attack, so don't do too many attacks if you need to heal. After you defeat her, you'll get your first non-secret summon, and it's the first healing summon in the series. When you summon her, she can either cast Curaga, Raise, or Protect, so it's a bit random, and only summon when you need extra help or protection. I would recommend healing up in the inn, and then come back and this time talk to the king and answer yes to get another boss battle. You will face Leviathan, a classic monster that made its debut in Final Fantasy II. He will begin the battle with Tidal Wave, which does significant damage to all your party. You will want to heal with at least Curaga every time, and I would recommend to cast Protect, more for Edge to survive, and have Edge cast Blitz as he is weak to lightning, and unlike me, you should summon Ramuh with Rydia. I'm just so used to casting the Biospell. And jump with Kain and attack with Cecil. He will cast ice magic to a single person and frequently do the tidal wave move as well. After you defeat him, you'll get him as a summon, and he will do the tsunami move, which will deal non-elemental damage to all enemies. This is a good upgrade to use instead of Mist Dragon. There is one more enemy to get in the Cave of Summons. Now you are more in better shape. Go back down to the 3rd floor and wait until the Thunder Dragon shows up or a summoner summons one. They have high HP and will use the Blitz spell. Just keep attacking with your best moves, and then when finished, teleport out of the dungeon. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.